All right, let's talk about cities. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Houston, pretty much any major city in the United States. They are filled with workers, professionals, creatives, minorities, immigrants, benefiting from the opportunities that cities offer. They build businesses, they get an education, they find employment, they raise families. By definition, cities are diverse, and hence they would be unlivable without a baseline of liberal tolerance between people, what we'd call pluralism. You don't have to like your neighbors or share political opinions with them, but in a city, you actually have to live, work, and commute in close quarters. And perhaps that's what makes America's big cities a frequent target of Donald Trump's ire.
In New York, they're trying to elect a communist, Zoran Mamdani. He wants to destroy New York. I love New York, and we're not going to let him do that. Sanctuary cities are a disaster in this country, and most of the voters don't want them. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities.
In major cities like New York, Chicago, and Washington, mothers can't walk their children to the park without fear of being shot or killed or raped.
You want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. Washington, D.C. has become a dirty, crime-ridden death trap. Right now, it's a rat-infested, graffiti-infested hole. People living in Baltimore are very happy that I'm bringing out the fact that it's like living in hell.
Trump has been performing those spontaneous Grandpa Simpson-style rants about America's most iconic cities for years. But now in his emboldened second term, the president's all but declared war on America's cities by deploying ICE, the National Guard, the Marines even, to round up immigrants and disrupt the local economies that have been built around them. This red state blue city resentment Trump has been breeding, particularly over immigration, came to a head in 2023 when Republican governors in Texas and Florida bussed tens of thousands of asylum-seeking migrants to so-called sanctuary cities that were outside of their states. It was political theater meant to highlight the resulting chaos and indict both immigration and liberal governance in America's cities. But it's all part of a bigger strain in conservatism that holds disdain for the concept of cities, for the idea of cosmopolitanism, or that politically, socially, ethnically, and economically diverse communities can live together in relative comfort in one place. Already, Trump has gone after liberal institutions that make cities tick, like so-called eds and meds. He's targeted universities for retribution. He's pushed a law that rolls back Medicaid coverage for people who depend on it. He's hostile to public transit. He's threatened funding for natural disaster responses that many cities rely on. But most of all, he's drowned cities with his national brand of politics, which emphasizes polarization, making it that much harder for local officials to address pressing issues like housing affordability, mobility, transit. Instead, they've got to contend with the president threatening sweeps of their cities. Joining me to discuss this is Stephen Reed, the mayor of Montgomery, Alabama, and Jonathan Zasloff. He's a law professor at UCLA and the co-author of the book, Moving Toward Integration, The Past and Future of Fair Housing. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being with us. Jonathan, let me just start with you. Talk to me about the context here. Why is this happening? Is it wrong of us to think that this is something new and that Donald Trump is just exacerbating age-old tensions, or is there a real problem brewing here?
Well, there is a real problem brewing in the sense that Donald Trump has declared war on America's cities. And on the short term, you can say, well, it's blue cities, red rural areas. That's a standard political thing. But this also represents a very deep ideological trend in right-wing and, in fact, radical left-wing thought that represents a hatred of cities for the precise reasons that you enunciated earlier. Cities are diverse. Cities are open. Cities tend to be more tolerant. And because of that, that's the kind of thing that the authoritarian mindset despises. And this is a long-term trend in authoritarian thought, whether it would be Albert Speer in the Nazi era trying to destroy German cities, or Mao Zedong trying to do it in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Then you take it up to the present, where Trump's policies can be seen as a focused effort to destroy the kinds of things that make America's cities tick. Like you said, eds and meds. That's the basis of a lot of urban economies. If you take a look at a lot of cities, not all of them, but a lot of cities, it's educational and medical institutions. And that's what Trump's policies are designed to do, to destroy those kinds of things.
People want to know if their trash is getting collected, if their snow's getting plowed. Cities are where problems get solved on a very large scale in America.
No question, and thank you for having me. I think, one of the things that we're dealing with as mayors is roadblocks to the successes that we've had over the last several years post-pandemic.
Yep.
You look at cities across this country, we've seen violent crime drop, we've seen the homicides drop. We've got numerous examples of that, not only here in my city of Montgomery, Alabama, but large cities like Baltimore and Atlanta and so many others. So we're seeing a lot of successes. We're seeing innovation and investment come out of the cities. One would think that if the president wanted to see more growth and wanted to see more economic activity, these mayors would be highlighted for the work they're doing and partnering not only with government, but with their business community, partnering with their nonprofit community to really keep people working and to make sure that people are getting access to economic opportunity. I don't understand how this has become politicized in this environment when the president, as a former developer, should want to see the growth, should want to see more people working, should want to see wages increase. Instead, what we've been getting is rhetoric that really is reflective of a different time that fits a totally different narrative about the danger of cities and where crime is, but most importantly, not acknowledging how mayors are leading in this challenging time. And I see it with all of my colleagues from coast to coast, and it doesn't matter if it's a big city, mid-sized, or small city. We're seeing mayors get things done because we're solving the problems at the local level that Washington refuses to do.
Yeah, Jonathan, the late Ben Barber used to, I think he wrote a book about it. What happens if mayors ruled the world, right? That because they have to deal with these things. Not all that political. It's not all that partisan. It's pretty specific.
Richard Daley, the mayor of Chicago, famously said the job of the mayor is to take out the garbage.
Yeah.
And you can expand it to other things. You've got to get the streets plowed, and you've got to get all of these other things done. You can't just talk in poetry. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, but that's sort of the point, right? In cities is where you have to overcome some of your ideological bumps.
Right. That's right, and as you said in the lead up to this, you live cheek by jowl with other people who don't necessarily look like you or don't necessarily talk like you, but everybody is trying to get things done, and so there's a tendency to become a little bit more tolerant because you have to live according to people. Interestingly enough, a way that a lot of the polls show it is a lot of the most anti-immigrant sentiment is from areas of the country where people probably haven't met very many immigrants. It's the people who actually are close to the other kinds of people who are, okay, yeah, that's fine. They don't do things exactly like I do, but we all have to get to work. I also want to underline one other thing that the mayor said that I think is extremely important is when President Trump talks about cities being crime-ridden, that's just false. We're now seeing levels of violent crime that are lower than they've been in several decades. I mean, we're back to early 60s, late 50s level of crime rates and violent crime, robbery, break-ins, and the murder rate. I mean, we're really at a very, very low position. Obviously, one crime is, any crime is one crime too many. But we're seeing this very, very low. So essentially what he's doing is he's telling people, the Republican base, oh, there are these terrible cities and there are these terrible things that are happening there. And it's just false.
And Mayor Reed, here's the interesting thing. As a mayor, it doesn't matter what your ideology is. You have to deal with the police. You have to deal with the police union. You have to deal with people who think they're unfairly treated by police. You've got to deal with developers. You've got to deal with renters who think they pay too much rent. You've got to deal with homeowners who would like their houses to be worth more. Like, you on a daily basis probably have to meet with and mediate between people with completely different interests.
Sounds like somebody who's covered local politics somewhere along the line there. That's exactly right. And that it doesn't matter if you're in Alabama. It doesn't matter if you're in Chicago, Illinois. The fact is we have to solve problems. We have to get things done. So whether or not it's increasing pay and investments, as we've done here in Montgomery with our public safety, making sure that technology is a force multiplier for the safety not only of our residents, but also of our officers, while still implementing and investing in our parks and recreation programming to make sure that we're staying current so that we can help young people and their parents stay off the streets, get some of the opportunities. Those are the things that we're doing. And then it comes down to the development phase and how it is you grow your economy, you grow your population, and grow your tax base. Listen, some of the policies that have been in the big bad bill are going to be detrimental to the things that not only cities need, but the rural areas that depend on cities.
Yep.
88% of people live in cities. About 92% of the GDP comes out of cities. That's not my statistic. That's the real facts. So you need cities, whether you're in the rural areas of this country or not. But when those hospitals go away and when those hospital beds aren't there, not only are you not able to take care of people, that's a job. That's a nursing job. That's somebody that's cleaning up in that hospital. When you talk about the cuts to education and the funding, that is significant because that is giving us information that helps small and rural areas. I don't understand this us versus them mentality. It's self-defeating in my position. And from my opinion, we got to get past that. And I think others have to see the folly in following that. It's city versus rural. We all have to work together. We all have to grow together. And as long as we're continuing to do these things where budget bills are canceling federal job programs that bring people into the workforce, like the Job Corps centers that were cut out of the Department of Labor under this administration, or the Reconnecting Communities grants, which was cut $36 million, not only here in Montgomery, but tens of millions of dollars in other cities. That is a challenge because not only is that funding, that's job training, and by the way, that's economic development that is going away, and those dollars are being rerouted to the very rich and the very powerful who don't need it, and the very rich and the very powerful who aren't putting those dollars back into the communities the way local government could.